Somehow I woke up out in Beverly, fucked up, smelling like that bourbon. And I had up alone, I'm not certain. Yeah, the girls seem polite in the club every night. That's how it goes when you Hollywood perfect. Hollywood perfect.
Wagwan people, and welcome back to another episode of the Sunderland Save here on my channel. We are in the penultimate episode of season number 2, and as you can see, we currently are sat in 4th place in the table. We are in the hunt for European football next season, as you all already knew. But we start the episode off with a very, very big game because we are playing Wolves, who currently sit in 3rd place above us in the table by 3 points. It's going to be a very, very, very tough game against them. They're absolutely flying this season. We also, in this episode, have Burnley and Sheffield United to play before the finale next episode, which also has 3 games. I also have to apologise if I sound a little bit off. I have just recovered from a cold, so I do sound a little bit blocked up, but hopefully it's not too distracting. We've got one training session to do before we get into the game against Wolves, so let's get that done quickly and get into the first game of the episode. Right, here we go. Game against Wolves. They're in 4th. We have dropped down to 6th now, so we are currently just outside of the guaranteed European spots, but hopefully we can get back in there. We do have a couple tired legs for this one, which is a little bit of an issue because we don't have a lot of rotation right now. Obviously, we can see there Reece Oxford is quite tired, but both Lerma and Sirkin are out injured. Elise is the only player we could potentially sub in there. I'm going to bring Elise. I'm not going to start Elise. I'm going to start Oxford. He is tired, obviously. But when we have to sub Oxford off, we'll sub Elise on. It's less than ideal, but it kind of is what it is. Let's get into this game at the Monoloo against Wolves off the top of my head. But we have got some results against top opposition, so we've shown that we've got it in us, but we've also shown that we have the ability to completely fall apart. So we'll see which one of us shows up in this game. Alejandro Duarte in goal, Nathan Collins, Ben Godfrey, Eric Dyer and Ike Nori the back 4, Emiri, Thuram and Nunez the midfield 3, Garcia, Guedes and Pedence are the forward 3. Hwang Hee-chan, Kalajic, Helander actually, Campagna, David Brooks all on the bench. No changes for us again, but obviously Reece Oxford is very tired. Brownhill's going to close him, doesn't manage to win the ball, but will win the interception. Philip Billing, Joe Gelhardt has got space here, leaves it well and hammers it. Joe Gelhardt will give us a 1-0 lead early on. Good win back from Josh Brownhill, good ball from Philip Billing and well worked from Joe Gelhardt just to shield it for long enough to open up the space to strike it. I actually thought when I saw Duarte rushing out there that there wasn't going to be enough time for Gelhardt to sneak that shot through. But luckily for us there is. Joe Gelhardt gets his 20th goal of the season in the 7th minute of the game. Oh, it was a good run from Ross Stewart, but the ball from Gunter doesn't find its way over the top. That ball will find its way over the top to Guedes though. That's an absolutely amazing save from Etienne Green to keep us in front. Wow. Miri and Nunez coming short here. They go to the edge of the box to Pedence. Goes to Thuram. Eric Dyer. Pedence going to take a shot and they will equalise in the 11th minute. That ball was floating. We don't manage to stay in front for very long.
Just look at this again. Great
unfortunate defending there. Reece Oxford doesn't close the avenue after Josh Brownhill fails to make the tackle. It is 1-1. Got the press on here, but it doesn't come to anything. It's a bad ball from Emiri. Can we chip this one through to Ross Stewart? We can. Inside to Ahmad. Gelhardt. What a bit of play from the boys there. Given away again by Wolves. Another mistake by them. And another mistake punished by the Sunderland boys and Joe Gelhardt. Whoa, look at her go. Jumping on some man's shoulders.
Well, it's great awareness of space.
It's good play from Ross Stewart to find Ahmad, and even better play from Ahmad to roll it across into the feet of Joe Gelhardt. And it's an easy slot into the top corner then for Joe Gelhardt. We're actually kind of lucky that Philip Billing isn't counted as interfering with play there, because otherwise it would have been given as offside, because he was kind of blocking the view of the goalkeeper, if I'm honest. Billing going to find Semedo. Oh, Ross Stewart had peeled perfectly off the back post and gets an opportunity from the Philip Billing header, but that is a very, very good save from the goalkeeper. Josh Brownhill was steaming in, but that can't do anything with it. Garcia tries to win it off Ahmad, but Ahmad will bring it down. Are you kidding me? That better go back to us, not them. Ben Godfrey is down injured, though. For Wolves, I'm sure that is a very big concern. How did he get injured? He actually got injured by Ait Nouri, his own man. Clears it up towards Ross Stewart, who knocks it down towards Phil Billing, but Mateus Nunes will be there. And it's going to be half-time. Very, very competitive first half. Two Wolves mistakes from the back, trying to pass out, have led to us having a slim 2-1 lead. But Wolves have shown themselves moments of promise. I'm going to be a bit risky here and keep Reece Oxford on the field. Just because, obviously, having Elise, he may be okay, but rating-wise, it's not great. Yeah, I just don't think it sounds to me like a recipe for disaster. Obviously, there's a very high likelihood that Elise is going to be a recipe for disaster anyway, but I would rather put a 6'4" player on that can potentially just be there to win headers than put on a 5'9" player that is going to get absolutely violated because of his rating. Oh, Reece. The tired legs are starting to show for Reece now. You have to try and remember to not make passes with Reece. Semedo is going to go inside here to Gelhardt. That's a very good ball to Ross Stewart, who waits for it and blasts it into the back of the net. Sunderland are 3-1 up over Wolves in the second half. Again, we managed to slice through the middle of the defence. It's a very good ball from Joe Gelhardt, outside of the foot. Ross Stewart just has to wait. Duarte plans to come out again, but waits, and then actually gives Ross Stewart a hint of what side he wants to dive. If you saw there, he moved a little bit to one side. I think now we will bring Elise on. It is going to be a risk, like I said. I think what we'll do is we will put Levi Colwell down the middle, put Elise out here, because at least with Elise out wide, it will give him a bit more cover. Good bit of play here. Possession, the companion going to take a shot. It's going to go wide, fortunately for us, though, because he did get through the middle quite easily. And now Elise has a challenge up against the man Garcia here. Sorry, my words got all tangled up. I thought Elise was about to get sent off. To be fair, that's not too bad from him, because he at least slowed down Garcia with that challenge. Brownhill there. It's going to be a long-range strike. What the fuck? Gonzalo, sorry. I have no words for that strike. I was backing off because I was like, there's absolutely no way he hits this from here. He does hit it from there, and he gets it in off the inside of the post. It's 3-2 now. Trying to go for the fouls now, Wolves. It's another corner. Actually, they're going to bring it all the way back for the free kick. That I did not expect.
Well, no card, but the referee making it clear next time there will be one shown. He goes short. He could pick out a teammate.
It should be the end of the game, and it is. We just about managed to hang on for a 3-2 win, but it's a massive 3-2 win for our season. That will see us leapfrog Wolves. That is a massive, massive game for us. It got a little bit sketchy towards the end, I can't lie. Oh, I don't know why that's just popped up. That's not usually a thing that happens, but sure. The replay is playing in the background while we're doing stuff, but sure, that doesn't matter. Let's go ahead and pick an inform for this game, and I think the only one that makes sense, considering he got 2 goals and the assist for the third, is Joe Gelhardt. So well done, Joe. Enjoy your inform. So that big win sees us shoot right up into 3rd place, 63 points, level with United and Wolves now. So we are royally in the hunt. It's a very... I'm kind of mind blown because I didn't really expect to be here at this point in the season. It's very, very close at the top of the table though. Chelsea down to Spurs is still very, very viable. Even down to Liverpool somewhat. Liverpool are closer obviously to just getting into Europe rather than hitting that 2nd spot. They are 10 points behind Chelsea currently. But you still have the likes of Arsenal and Newcastle that could potentially go on runs to get themselves up the table. So it's all to play for still this season. All to play for sure. I'm going to bring Ferguson up to the bench. I don't really want to start Ferguson if I'm honest, because I don't have a lot of trust in him right now. I think there's potential for him to be good for us, but I just think there's a lot he needs to work on still. I think that's how we're going to go into this game. We are away at Turf Moor for this one, so... They will have the home advantage. We have won at Turf Moor in previous couple of seasons. Hey, they finally got the right player. 25 goals in 32. Oh no, sorry, that's 32 is the competition record. I also need to talk to you guys about potential formations for next season. There's been a couple comments, and so I've put together some provisional stuff to look at. I'll try and remember to do it after this game, but if I forget, we will get it done before next season. In goal, Muric for Burnley, Vitinho, Buscagli, Charlie Taylor, Ortega at the back, Cork and Amrabat in the midfield 2, Manuel, Bastian, Zuari at the midfield 3, behind Weghorst up top, Mancini, J. Rodriguez, Xhaka, Zakowski and Castillejo on the bench. Our team is the same aside from Dan Neil slotting into midfield. Oh, and Vertson up top, sorry. This is the game we are expected to win. But those are the games that generally you can fall apart in. Good tackle, Sam McCallum. Don't quite manage to get to that one. Weghorst now bring it forward. Benson probably going to go back to Weghorst at some point. There it is. He goes to Bastien. And as I was saying earlier, the games you're expected to win can be the games that you fall apart in. And that is not the start that we need if we wanted to win this game. Burnley scoring the first goal. Defensively, we kind of need to be doing better to close down those areas. There's no way that Bastien should be picking up that ball on the edge of the box. 13 minutes at Turf Moor. We are 1-0 down.
And what a loss for the club that is bound to be, Stuart.
Oh, no way. Almost a second one. But Weghorst playing that role of linking up the midfield and the attack. It's a role that we've seen him play this season at United as a United fan.
Neil.
Oh, what are we doing?
He read it superbly.
Yeah, we have not started this game very well at all. Oh no, we could be 2-0 down.
And there it is, the goal they wanted for security. They lead by 2 now. They can breathe that bit more easily.
Yeah, we've not started this at all well. After getting a big win over the teams that we're contending with in Wolves, we are falling down to a team that is languishing towards the bottom, a team that we came up with last season and had a lot of competitive games with. We are failing to meet those standards at the moment of being a team that deserves to be in Europe. Josh Brownhill has had an absolutely dreadful start to this game so far. And so has Dan Neil. Our midfield has been basically non-existent, and we actually might be about to be 3-0 down. We are all over the place. Semedo managing to get a foot to that at least. We need to wake up and wake up fast, because otherwise we may be about to get mauled by a team that, like us, were only striving to avoid relegation. Good tackle from Sam McCallum, but we don't win the ball afterwards.
And a penalty it is.
What?
When you're behind in the game, you certainly don't want to be conceding spot.
Dan Neal's apparently giving away a penalty, but I don't know what for.
A booking, but the complaints continue.
Why did he do that? I wasn't even controlling him at that point.
Can they make it 3-0?
I'm accidentally emoting, and now we're 3-0 down at Turf Moor. This is embarrassing. How do we go from beating teams that we're competing with for European places to being 3-0 down in the first half to Burnley? You actually can't even stop him. We're about to be 4-0 down. What is happening? Burnley are playing like City. I think City actually played worse against us when they beat us 7-0 or whatever it was. Charlie Taylor taking shots now. I literally cannot believe what I've seen in that half of football. We've been absolutely dreadful. No one has played well. That's a good ball from Ross Stewart though to find Ferguson. Ross Stewart has it inside.
Oh, it's a wild finish.
And it's just another one. Just another terrible shot. Like Ross Stewart, you would bank on him to score in those areas 100 times. Hasn't got much pace, but we'll use the pace he does have to get him behind. Dig out a shot, but we just can't finish anything right now. Stewart, alright, we finally get one back. No, Ross, pick the ball up. No, Vertson, go to Brownhill. What the hell?
And we have more action coming up
it's going to be a fourth for them.
Oh, Derek, big chance here.
And it's 2 for him today.
Yeah, we've just been really, really bad. I don't really know what else to say about it. We've just been really, really, really bad today. Ferguson will never catch anyone who runs in behind. Oh, he does manage to recover though. Oh my god. Yeah, it's going to be 5 now. Yeah, do you know what, boys? I've got, like I said, I don't do this very often, but at 4-1 I was tempted. 5-1, we're just never getting back in. We've been absolutely fucking embarrassed by Burnley there, and we are disgusting for that. That is such a bad performance. And now Spurs and United have the chance to knock us out the top 4. Is the European race already coming to an end? Let's try and look in a little bit of a Brighton note, because I did remember that we were going to talk tactics. Talking about next season should hopefully be a little bit more positive about talking about what happened in that last game. So next season I have got this, obviously, for some reason, because it's not our common lineup, it throws all the players into random positions. But yeah, a lot of you have commented about this formation, the 4-1-2-1-2, this narrow version, obviously, because we don't use wingers. I think I agree with you guys in that this could be our formation going forward. Like a lot of you have said, we probably would need to sign a full-time CDM. We don't really have a full-time defensive midfielder. We use Brownhill as our more defensive of the 2 midfielders, just because he's more balanced than the others. We will have Ruben Loftus-Cheek coming into this midfield next season, but obviously he'll probably be more of a rotational option between Brownhill and Dahoud. And obviously there's a chance to upgrade. I definitely want to upgrade either Gunter or Semedo, because I think next season they'll probably regress a little bit, given that they're both in their 30s now. A lot of you have also been talking about replacing Ross Stewart. I probably will bring in another striker, but it will be to compete with Ross Stewart. If they outplay Ross Stewart, then sure, but as this is a more realistic career mode, I think it's a bit... I can't really just come straight in and like drop my top goal scorer for the past 2 seasons. So he will, unless we sell him next season, will be probably the starter alongside Gelhardt, unless like he gets completely outperformed, then he'll probably get dropped. Diallo, we also may sign some competition for him. I've been trying to get Richards going, but I just can't find a way to get Richards to play the way that I want right now. So he probably isn't the competition that I need for Diallo right now, but that is probably the formation that we will go with. Obviously, I have been using this formation for cup games. I know a lot more difficulty comes with this formation because it would mean only playing one of Stewart or Gelhardt. So this will probably just remain our formation for cup games, just to have a little bit of a difference here and there. But it is another formation that I am interested in, and another formation that I do like. So that's another option for us. But yeah, that's all the tactical stuff that I want to talk about. Let's continue on with training. Once Spurs played their game, I'll also give you an update on the standings. Right, last game of the episode. We do have a press conference before this one, which is quite surprising. As you can see, United did leapfrog us to go up to third. Wolves have also played and moved themselves up to third. So we are now solidly in this 5th place. We are level on points with Spurs, who closed the gap of 1 point. But yeah, like I said, we have a press conference and we're going to quickly get that done, and then we'll get into this last game of the episode. Hi guys, welcome to the press conference. We're ready to get underway whenever you are. A disappointing result for you last time out against Burnley. You took a very heavy defeat. Can you talk to us a little bit about how that's affected the team going forward? Yeah, there's really little excuse on our part for the last game against Burnley. It was a bad performance all round from everyone, me included. And we've been working hard on the training ground since to hopefully try and rectify our terrible performance in that game in the next one that we've got coming up. It looks as though you're in a bit of a slump. Would you be disappointed if your team at the end of the season didn't finish in a European spot? Look, for us it's a luxury to be in the position that we're currently in the table. We only ever expected to fight to avoid relegation this season. The fact that we've been able to push on and now be even in the conversation to be finishing a European place next season is absolutely immense for this club and for us as a first season in the Premier League. So if we missed out, sure, it would be a slight disappointment, but still we've massively overachieved this season regardless. So either way, we want now to push on and hopefully secure European football, but either way, it's been an immense season for us. Do you think you have the right players, should you make it into Europe next season, to really challenge for a European trophy? Yeah, you know, it's going to be another one of those that, like, we had it this season where you have to rebuild your teams when you take the step up in competition. Going into a European competition, should we make it, you have to step your team up again. So it is going to be down to recruitment once again to find the right boys to bring in. We've got a really, really solid core, I do genuinely believe, in this club right now. But obviously you want to add more quality throughout the whole team when you take that step up in competition. We've shown this season that we can compete with what we got. So we've got a good base, but we want to take it that step further. And next season we'll be looking to do that. Thanks very much, guys.
Thanks, Derek. Well, often we talk about the tactics,
Oh,
individual
what?
players that are missing, but so often it's the mentality of the players.
Right, for some reason, it's picked both of us having the same kit, so I'm going to have to restart this game.
Which of these teams has the
Let
right
me just skip this
attitude
quickly,
today
yeah.
is the big question.
Why would it do that? But hopefully, like I say, in this one we can bounce back with a victory would be nice. At best, get a point from this game. Not at
Well,
best.
it's a defensive looking
At
lineup,
least
but if the
get
wing-backs
a
break
point from
forward,
this game.
the midfield can get
We're
close to the front
keeping
there,
the
and
team
front two
exactly
can
the
link up
same
with
as
each
it
other.
was
They should
before.
still cause problems today.
And giving these boys a chance to rectify themselves. Oh, I just realised I didn't actually switch to having Lemma back on the bench. But Sheffield lineup, where's Fodringham? Sariki, Basham, Egan, I can't say that name, and Max Loeb, John Buckley and John Fleck, the midfield 2, and Dye behind Gassand and Zardes. Whereas Fodringham always gives us problems whenever we play against him. He loves to save my shots, and it is so frustrating. Josh Brownhill has to have a much better performance in this game.
Josh Brownhill
On the offensive. This one up deep. Can he strike it? He does. It forces a good save out of Wes Fodringham. But we might as well hit it since it opened up a bit. Brownhill now towards Levi Colwell, who heads it on, but no one was in the middle. We're meant to be trying to play better in this game, remember. Good press from us here. Fodringham has to clear it. Billing's going to be the one to win it back.
And he has options available. Nelson Semedo.
Oh, come on. Connect with some of these passes in the final third, please. Good interception, Reece Oxford.
Reece Oxford. McCallum. Gunter on the ball.
Good ball there. Gelhardt's got space. Terrible touch, Joe Gelhardt, but falls to Ross Stewart and he will slam it low into the back of the net. It's a sloppy defence and attack, but luckily we do take advantage of it and we do find ourselves 1-0 up against Sheffield. That's a terrible touch from Joe Gelhardt there. Luckily it's a comedy of errors at the back by the defence and it falls to Ross Stewart, who can slam one low. Just think Fodringham is a little unsighted by Basham there, but it's 27 goals now for Ross Stewart this season.
Billing's
going to chip this one over to Gelhardt. Oh, Gelhardt volleys it, but it comes off the crossbar. Stand up against Brownhill and we will win the ball back. Stewart into Diallo. It's a good play. Ross Stewart late on in the half. Oh, can almost play through Joe Gelhardt, but the ball's just not quite good enough. We do take a 1-0 lead into half-time. We've been the better side easily. Sheffield hasn't really threatened the goal yet, but they have had some sweeping attacks, so we have to be wary of falling into the trap of getting too comfortable on the ball. Goes back to Fleck. That's a good leave to Basham again. Oh, good save, and a good save to keep it in the second time as well. Semedo tries to get back in there but can't quite. McCallum back out again. Oh, another stupid penalty given away there. Why do we do that so late all the time?
Well, some might say he's been
he's not even challenged the right way, man, for God's sake.
Just because it's a penalty doesn't mean
it's a good save from Etienne Green, though, keeping us in the lead. It's actually not a very good penalty from Gassand. And Dye trying to strike that one, and does. I don't know, how did Josh Brownhill not block that? He was literally stood in front of it. Brownhill, Billing. There's Ahmad. Ahmad!
That would have put them well on their
way. Are you absolutely kidding me that you're putting that over from there? Billing into Ahmad. We'll try and chip through. Gelhardt here. Good ball cross. Wow, what a challenge from Basham. Gunter gets in front of his man well, and that will be the end of the game. So 1-0 win. There is absolutely only one man in this game that deserves an inform from that. And whether you guys agree or not, whether the game agrees with me or not, does not matter. Because I 100% know who just earned us that win. And his name is Etienne Green in goal. The game does agree. My God, the penalty save. He's made 100 other saves. Etienne Green 100% deserves the inform. Congratulations, Etienne, because you've absolutely stolen a point away from Sheffield there. So that will see us back up into 4th place. It may only be temporarily because Spurs still play, but actually even if Spurs win, they'll still be below us on goal difference. We are 2 points clear now of Wolves, and we are moving into the final 3 games of the season. And more importantly than any of that, if we do manage to get results against Leicester and Forest, we play Spurs on the final day. That game could be the decider for who gets European football next season. Jefferson Lerma is back from injury, as we knew. I'm going to see if Spurs play their other game. They don't play it yet. So yeah, that is going to be where we leave this episode. One more episode to go, ladies and gentlemen, to secure European football for Season 3. Will we be able to do it? Based on our current form, it's looking a bit edgy, but hopefully next episode we can pick it up and secure ourselves a place in Europe. But that is going to be the end of this one. Please like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell to get notified about when the next episode is available to you. And I hope to see you in it. Peace.
I'm saying right up. playing games. Your friends